Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. The hazards map is clear across the Northeast this Friday morning. We've got gray shading across Illinois, the Boot Heel of Missouri, portions of far western Kentucky, where we have a dense fog advisory. That does include where I'm recording this video, right here in Champaign, Illinois. Looking out the window, it is absolutely soupy out there with visibility less than a mile outside. As we look at the temperatures right now, we've got a frontal boundary kind of draped across this region. Temperatures quite cool as you head off to the north, in the teens and 20s across northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, even upstate New York. 30s and 40s elsewhere across the Northeast region this morning. We're on the backside of a storm system, one that brought a lot of severe weather to the southern plains and the southern U.S. over the last 48 hours. That's got a lot of cloud cover across the Northeast region right now. Got another disturbance making its way through the middle section of the country that'll bring another round of severe storms to the southern U.S. into the mid-south over the next 24 to 36 hours, bringing a round of rain and even some snow to the Northeast region as we head to the back half of the weekend into early next week. The radar picture this morning, rain across the southern half of the Northeast region here, falling across southern New York, getting into Massachusetts, all the way over toward the Atlantic coast, down south across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and then all the way along the Atlantic coast with some severe storms making their way across portions of Florida this morning. Now, as we just kind of quickly look at the satellite or the surface picture over the next couple of days, here's our lead system, the one that's bringing the rain to the Northeast region right now, and then here's the system that's on the backside that'll be making its way in as we get into Monday across the Northeast region. So let's quickly flip through Friday morning. Here's Friday evening. The storm system has departed the Northeast for the most part, just some coastal light rain. Storm system in the midsection of the country beginning to organize now with severe storms possible across the southern U.S. and thunderstorms extending all the way into the mid-Mississippi Valley. This will be Saturday morning. Saturday evening, starting to storm making its way into the Northeast region at this point from the west, getting into Sunday morning, Monday morning, and then into Tuesday. We do have to talk about some severe weather off to the south, but none of that making its way into the Northeast region. Again, the day one outlook for today. This would be Friday, and then Saturday over on the right, the chance for a few severe storms across the mid-Atlantic region. But again, none of that making its way into the Northeast. Let's take a look at the high-resolution NAM model and look at what is making its way through the Northeast. And again, starting with some rain across the region this morning. That departs as we head into the mid-afternoon hours. By the evening, the Northeast should be dry. We'll head into a dry overnight, a dry Saturday morning, getting into mid-Saturday afternoon. Saturday evening, now starting to see some of that light rain spread into portions of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, western New York as we head into Saturday night now. And then into Sunday morning. As the sun rises on Sunday morning, many areas waking up to some rain across the region, and a rainy Sunday across the region will continue. As we head into Sunday afternoon, we'll take a closer look here now at the 12-kilometer NAM. Again, watching this first storm system depart here on Friday. A dry, quiet Saturday. A quiet start to our Sunday in the east, but rain moving in across the west as we get into Sunday morning. This would be Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Sunday night, into Monday morning now, starting to see some of this precipitation transitioning over to snow. As cold air comes in on the backside, we'll talk about how much snow we could see here in just a moment, but that snow falling across portions of upstate New York, across Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, maybe even portions of western and northern Massachusetts, seeing some of that snow lingering into Monday afternoon even in some cases. This would be noon on Monday now. Still seeing some of this snow falling across the region. Here's the probability of greater than 3 inches of snowfall here over the next 5 days. So this is focused on that Sunday and Monday storm system. Where you see the yellow and the orange shading, that's where you get on the other side of 50%. So about a 50 to 60, maybe 70% chance of getting 3 inches or more here across upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and then northern portions of Massachusetts. Total liquid precipitation between now and Sunday, we see those amounts here. We see the orange shading about an inch or two across portions of Pennsylvania and southern New York. New Jersey, perhaps the hot spot here, 2 to 3 inches of rain possible there over the weekend. And then as we go ahead and take a look a little bit further out, looking at the European model, we'll look quickly at the weekend. We've covered that. This is our dry Saturday. Sunday starts making its way, rain starts making its way in from west to east. Some snow off to the north Sunday night into Monday morning. This would be Monday evening now. Monday night. Tuesday morning, that storm system has departed. We're now quiet once again across the Northeast region. We then turn our attention back to the west. We've got another system making its way across the Corn Belt as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. This one starts to push into the Northeast region as we get into Thursday and Friday. So we'll look at the total precipitation through Sunday on the right. So this is through Sunday, and then this is through the next 7 days. You see the difference here. The main corridor of precipitation over the next 3 days is going to be across the south, but southern portion of this, the northeast region, I should say, from the mid-Mississippi Valley across the eastern Corn Belt into Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And then as we add in the second storm system here, so looking at the total precipitation between now and next Friday, we start to widen that sector here, bringing in 2 to 4 inches of precipitation across a big chunk of the northeast region. And as we look at that in terms of an anomaly over the next 7 days, again, it's almost the exact western half of the U.S. that'll be on the dry side, and then the eastern half of the U.S. will be on the wet side as we deal with these next couple of storm systems over the next 7 days. We'll look at your high temperatures for the next several days then. On the cool side today, 40s and 50s for many. That is much cooler than we should be this time of year. 50s and 60s, a little bit warmer, but still shy of average on Saturday. Another round of cool and rainy weather moves in on Sunday with that next storm system. Really going to be an unpleasant Sunday across the region, an unpleasant Monday across the region. Temperatures again in the 40s to near 50 degrees across the northeast, warming up slowly on the backside of that next system Tuesday, but you know that as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, we have another system to talk about. So really not a great next 7 days across the northeast as we talk about a lot of cool weather and a lot of rainy and damp weather, even with the chance for some snow as you head off to the north. Waking up tomorrow to temperatures in the 20s and 30s across the northeast. On Sunday, slightly warmer, 30s and 40s for the overnight lows. And then Monday, waking up once again in the 30s across much of the northeast region. So a cool and rainy week across the northeast. Check back in on Monday morning for a look at the next 2 weeks with our Ag Forecast video with Eric Snodgrass.